Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Fitness Roadmap. I'm Robin Fenner. I'm founder of Maxwell's Playbook, and this is my husband, Rudy, and we have been coming to you with information about what we consider a good way to kind of start your fitness journey and things you can do along the way to have a healthier and more fit life. And we are so excited today because we have another guest with us. Her name is Kelly Lottahall. She is actually our daughter. And we're talking to her today about being fit, working out while you're pregnant. She's about 36, 37 weeks pregnant. She's going to have a new baby boy this June. We're so excited and looking forward to it. This is second baby boy that's been born in our family in over 30 years. There's another one that was just born.
We got one
a couple of weeks ago. And then, so we're excited to have this baby boy. We're excited to have a baby no matter what, as long as it's healthy. And so as you may have heard from our conversations, we are a 3-generation household. We're very excited about that. We love having Kelly and her family here. David, of course, our producer, and the person behind all of this that you see happening is her husband. And so we are all, kind of watching how all this comes together. The little daughter Marley, keeps us entertained. But Kelly's an artist too, and she does some fantastic work. So I get to watch all of that. My house is like WeWorks. You come in and you see one person in school, you see 2 people in school, you see somebody else working on a project, you see me kind of like, being a Kris Jenner type. And
it's so spooky. Okay.
Not quite. I'm not making money off of my kids, but you just kind of coordinate, just make sure everybody's got what they need.
Okay, can I jump in?
It depends on what you have to say.
Okay, so Robin, everybody that has listened to us, you know how this works. Okay, so she's a formal, very refined person who gives you all of the information that you need in a very professional way, and then I come in and I just have to give you the Rudy version of it all. Okay, so first of all, gosh, there's so many things that went through my mind from her intro. Okay, I got to get on track. So let me tell you how this happened. So this is the segment of the fitness roadmap that's called Fitness Heroes, right?
Okay.
Fitness Heroes was born out of our recognition of so many people that do things from a fitness and an athletic perspective that kind of blow us away, that we admire, that we love, and all that stuff. And this is and give you some insight into our creative process. So we have all of these things that we've done and we've thought about, and we have all of these maps and all of these things that we do. And Robin is like the most organized person in the world, and there's things that's written for your life if you want to, and all that stuff. And I have these random moments where it's like, oh, whoa, stop the presses kind of thing. So let me tell you the real story behind this. I'm walking behind Kelly one day, and Kelly, as Robin said, is very, very expecting. I mean, it's not like you're wondering if she's pregnant. She's very pregnant, right? She's about to have a baby, and she loses her balance. And she catches herself like Simone Biles. And I'm like, oh, whoa. What just happened here? I'm reacting. And she looking at me like, back up, boy. And I'm kind of like, wait a minute. What just happened here? And I'm telling you, I am messed up. And Robin says, what happened? And I'm kind of like, I don't know what to say, because I don't know. I thought she lost her balance, but maybe she didn't. Maybe she did. Maybe it was all in my mind. Maybe I'm tripping. And I realized, yes, she did. Yes, you saw what you saw. Okay, that's moment one. The second moment, I'm on my way to work, and I'm frequently frazzled when I go to work, like a lot of us. And I'm walking out, and she's in the family room, and she's working out. Again, I'm not trying to make anybody think or feel anything, but she is very expecting. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So I'm just saying. Okay. So she is, but I'm watching her move. And I'm kind of like, I'm straight tripping because I just finished working out and I feel like my workout was garbage. I feel like you are a sorry sack of poo because that is working out. And I told Robin afterwards, this is okay. I don't care what's on a piece of paper that's next. Our next session has to be Kelly is a fitness hero, because I'm not doing what she's doing. And as a matter of fact, I've only known one other person that worked out through pregnancies. The Clark family, Danny and Cleo. Miss Cleo was doing squats the night before she had one of her babies, and I've always admired that. And I'm looking at Kelly, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's how we got here. And so I asked Robin to disrupt, interrupt, check on whatever was on the paper, that this next thing that we record has to be Kelly's a fitness hero. I'm done.
Okay, great. So we are excited about it. We're excited about the whole situation. We're excited about the baby coming and the fact that you have been blessed to be so healthy throughout this pregnancy. And so anyway, so yeah, we want to talk to you about this because you and I were talking earlier, and remembering that when you had Marley, your first baby, you were not working out like this. So tell us, what were you thinking?
Right.
What were you thinking? Did you ever consider that the first time around? What made you just, decide to do it this time, and how did you get started with that?
The first time around, I didn't have a real routine. I was just running every day. I wasn't doing any training. I wasn't doing anything else. I was just running. And I think the reason I didn't work out with Marley was I was just in shock from being pregnant, and I couldn't think. It couldn't be more simply put than that. I remember thinking, okay, I'll say this. I remember thinking, well, I can't just keep running like I've been doing. At the time, for some reason, I just didn't feel like I could. And so I stopped really early in the pregnancy. Maybe it was November was the last time I had ran before. That was my first trimester. But again, because I didn't have any training I was doing or any other kind of workout plan, I didn't even know I just didn't have anything else to fall back on without when I stopped running. So then it ended up me just not doing much at all. Granted, also my job every day at the time was standing, so, and maybe that subconsciously played a role in it. I think maybe there was some sort of physical amount of activity I was putting in every day because of my job. So then I wasn't thinking to figure out another workout plan. A combination of many of those things were kind of why I didn't really have a workout thing back then. And I think also too, when you're a little bit younger, working out is just like, oh, I'm going to work out. You're not, It's not like a real reason. You're just doing it because you're young and you should, I guess, but there's no real goal. And you're just doing it to kind of, I guess, keep some sort of balance. So so I didn't have a lot, I didn't really have anything in particular I was trying to accomplish when I was working out. And, so I just kind of just let it fall away, and I just hadn't worked out the rest of the pregnancy. Yeah.
But you did have somewhat of a routine going into your first pregnancy. So it wasn't like you were completely idle. You did have something that you did. It wasn't hardcore. It was just running. That was it. And I loved to run. So I really didn't intend to let it go. It just kind of happened out of I think it just kind of happened out of new territory. Oh my gosh, having a baby. Okay. And then it just shut down. I think that's really what happened. But I did love to run regardless, so it's just kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So speed up 5-6 years down the road, and here you are, you're pregnant with a second baby, and you're working out, on a routine. You just really have a routine that you stick to, and different things that you're doing. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got to that second time around? What made you decide to start? Because you've gotten through the first one, okay. So what happened?
Right. With this one, funny thing, this time last year, the second baby was the last thing I was thinking about. I don't even know we were going to have another kid. So my workout plan was that of someone who wasn't planning on having another baby, and I was just pumping out. So I remember thinking, somehow I came across, I don't remember what I saw or read that made me think about this, but I realized I hadn't had any training, and how much training plays so much more, such a big role in your body and how everything lines up. Now, at the time I was like, no, I just want to look like my best. I want to have great arms, great stomach, all these kinds of things. But you can't just do that just by running. Some people can. I'm not saying no one can, but for me, I need more than just running to accomplish those goals. But I didn't know that. So I somehow was doing research, and I came across training and understanding the importance of that with your body and sculpting and everything. I was like, well, I don't want to get, big. I don't want to get buff. That's not my real thing. I just want to feel, I want to feel fit. I want to be able to do all the things. Like, I want to be able to run with no problem. I want to be able to keep up with my kid. I want to be able to do all these things, just whatever. And, but I want to do it and like what I do also. I want to enjoy my whatever routine that requires. So I just kind of went on this search. Somehow I fell into at-home training videos. And this is before the pandemic hit. This wasn't even because of the pandemic. This is like maybe winter, I think. Yeah. Maybe winter, I think. And I researched it. I talked to David, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. At the time, I wasn't going to a gym a whole lot. I was, but I wasn't training. I'm not a big training with a group of people at the gym kind of a person. I'm really like a by myself kind of a person. So I was like, let me try it out. Let me see how I like it. And I ended up loving it, like addicted, like I want to do this every day. Don't go crazy, Kel.
So Kelly, did you have to try?
And then I brought back in my running.
Did you have to try a couple different routines, different people before you found this one that you really liked, or did you just get lucky right out of the gate and found the right one?
So I used to do this one Pilates one from years ago. That was my first, that was my first trying it out kind of thing, seeing what I like. And I was like, you know what? I like her, but I'm not where I was back then. I want to go a little harder. Pilates is dope. I love it, but I needed to really do a little bit more for my body and for my workout. And then I tried a few of the random YouTube videos. When you go to YouTube, you see all kinds of similar. So I tried different ones. I was like, kind of boring. And I wanted a little bit more of a challenge. And then I came across Rachel Attard, who does a lot of I don't know how I found that either. I just kind of came across it on Instagram, and I saw how she was doing her work. All of her workouts were strictly weight free. None of them required. All of them minimal was like maybe a disc and maybe wrist weight and ankle weight, and that's all you need. You didn't need anything else, and that's what I needed. I was like, I need something simple. I don't want to have to go out of my way to do it. I don't want to have to pull out all these things just to accomplish this goal. Because when you have children, you have very limited time. And then on top of that, you have your own work schedule, whatever you're doing. So I just wanted it to be quick and convenient for me. So when I found her and I saw how she did everything, it was great. It was brilliant. And that's kind of how I kind of got to where the workout that I use now.
Okay. Did she do that workout, or did that lead you to a point where you found you liked her workout? You just found another instructor because you were pregnant at the time, or does she do workouts? Is it for pregnant women, or is it a workout you just enjoy doing while you're pregnant?
Well, funny thing, her workout was not for pregnant women. It was just a regular workout. But I wanted to do it. So I'll say this to answer your question, I guess, the right way. I didn't want to stop doing her workout because I liked it that much. even if it wasn't for pregnant women, I was like, well, I'll just modify it. So I'll just listen to my body. I won't push that hard. Anything that feels right, feels wrong, it doesn't feel right, probably isn't right. So I just, let go of those parts. But I still love her routines. I love them so much. And so, they weren't for pregnant women at all, but that's just what I wanted to do. So I just kept doing them.
But that's important, though, because that ties back, Kelly, to something that we talked about with working out in general, and this whole concept of listening to your body. You actually didn't need anybody to tell you, here's what you shouldn't do when you're pregnant. Your body said, don't do this because you're pregnant. And you just
listened. Because I remember one of her routines. And this was weird because this isn't necessarily an unsafe way to work out, but my body told me that still, no, you can't do it. It was a side plank, and it was just a way to work your glutes. And the issue is that when I did it I was maybe 3 months pregnant, and I did it, and suddenly for some reason my round ligaments couldn't handle it, and I was only 3 months pregnant. I was like, what in the world? It was painful, and so I just stopped doing them. but that technically, in a way, isn't necessarily a bad workout for you to do when you're pregnant. Actually, it's one of my pregnant workouts from YouTube, that particular one. It's just very difficult for my body to accomplish that.
Right.
So I just decided I'll do the modified version or don't do it at all, because just for some reason with the baby, it wasn't liking it.
Yeah.
So I just didn't do it. Yeah.
That's really, gosh, that is so far beyond pregnancy workouts or anything like that. It doesn't matter what's on the piece of paper. That thing don't feel right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it would have led
it
to
doesn't.
something
It was
that
horrible.
That was fantastic. Yeah, that's good. That's a good tip right there.
So you keep up with that.
And I think too, no, to add to what I was saying, I think what's challenging too is that you don't know what your abdomen feels like until you start to grow until the baby gets bigger, and how to learn how to use your core to do a plank. It's a whole nother thing when it's a baby. And so if you don't do it right, even when they tell you it's okay to do it when you're pregnant, it can pull, and you pull a muscle instantly. It's really crazy. You have to remember, you have to know how to engage your core the right way with a baby to know what that feels like before you just jump in and be like, oh, I got this. And then, you're like in the wheelchair at the hospital. You don't know what happened. Yeah, it's not the way to go. So, sorry. I just wanted to say that because it does not matter if it's a pregnant workout. If there's something that hurts, not happening. Just stop.
Right. And I would say that, Kelly, I would say that for everything, to be honest with you, because
for everything.
It's funny. I'm dealing with a knee issue, and I was like, I went into that. I don't know, no pain, no gain. I don't know what kind of moron space I went to. Moron for me, no judgment. And I was talking to Robin about it, and she said, "Why don't you just stop?" And I said,
slow down, stop pressing as much as you were pressing. That's
stop running. She said, yes, stop running. And I did, and I noticed I had a little Baker cyst thing was going on. And it immediately went away, but it's like, it's so bizarre. Stopping, I never thought about. And it's kind of like what you just did. It ain't right, stop. Figure something else out.
But it's frustrating. I think it's frustrating because you don't want to. You're like, no.
Yeah.
Like I think I have the same brain as you. Like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I had a hip injury when I was running all the time. And remember, because I didn't have a training routine, David always get mad because I didn't have a stretch. Like I'm just reckless. Okay? So I had a hip injury. No, it's terrible. I never stretch before I run. I kind of still don't, whatever. But anyway, so about 2 days ago, I had a hip injury. And I didn't know what I did. It was so random, and it hurt so bad. And it felt like I don't know, it didn't feel like I broke something. I just don't know. It felt like it was on the bone and it would not go away. I was in muscle therapy and all this kind of stuff. And then I just said, okay, I think I need to stop running, and I think I need to hydrate.
Yes,
and those two things.
Hydration is critical.
Once I started hydrating, I told the therapist, I was like, you know what, I think I'm not hydrated enough on a regular basis. And I think I drink too much coffee. And that combination, you're just sucking yourself dry every day. You just don't realize it.
Wow.
And once I started hydrating more and focusing on that and slowing down with running and kind of pacing that out a little bit, like stretching it out more as far as consecutive, I started to get better. Now it's completely, that was like, it's gone.
Wow.
I didn't take any medicine for it. I didn't do any particular stretch. I focused on it, but not on a regular basis enough to fix it. It was more about just those things, those little things again. Sorry, I kind of went a little off tangent, but yeah, I just started drinking more water, hydrating more, and just doing more of a balanced routine so that all my body parts are exercised the right way before I just start. But yeah.
So let me just ask you, do you feel like, because you look like as you move, because I've watched you a little bit, that you are more prepared for delivery this time? And you look like you just have an ease with your movements and what you're able to do, your reach, all those kinds of things. And I know that, having a baby, this creates a different balance level in your body, and you get tired. You're carrying around another 15 pounds or so before delivery. But do you feel like you're more prepared for delivery this time than you were the first time around? Physically, I mean.
I would say it's weird. Yes. Yes. But also, it's complicated to answer that question because this baby is very different from the first one.
Yeah, of course.
And how I felt with the first one, yeah. And how I felt with the first one was super easy. Like my body was like, oh, what's going on here? Okay, cool. We'll deal with it. And it was just, I was coasting. With this one, it's like, oh, we've been here, done that. Okay, everybody take your spots, and it just dropped. And everything is just, whoa. And so, I definitely feel more prepared. I say physically, I've done the best that I could. Like every single week, I think I've worked out at least 2 or 3 times since. I mean, that routine hasn't stopped. So I think physically, I'm more prepared, definitely, than I was with the first one. I just can't feel it right now because it's just so the baby itself is uncomfortable, but my body, though, yeah, I definitely feel like when I go and do my routine, it feels great. Like I feel so good.
Wow.
And I feel like I can like hold myself. Good Lord, I can hold myself up and do like at least a knee push up. That's crazy, and do like a whole set with no problem. So that's like, I definitely feel good, and I feel like especially after I have the baby is when I'm going to really see those results.
Right, and I was going to ask that. I don't know if that's where you were going next, but I thought about that. So when you had the first baby, did you have a post-delivery plan? And now that you've gone through your workouts, when you have this baby, do you have a post-delivery plan? And no is fine. I'm just curious how what you're doing now has affected what you're thinking moving forward, if it has.
Well, with the first one, I had no plan. I think the first baby was just in a whole nother. It was like literally an alien in the room. Like what am I? Hi, I'm mommy. It was just a whole nother thing. But with this one, I do have a plan. I already have a whole lineup ready to go for postpartum workouts. As soon as the doctor signs off on it and says it's okay, I already have the set ready. I mean, frankly, again, I'm probably just gonna do what I've been doing, which is what my body says is not okay. Just don't do it. What I feel like I'm good with, just do it. I'm not gonna. Again, I think it depends on how you deliver. Maybe 3 to 6 weeks of healing, before you can go and just jump right back in. But I will be so excited too because I just love doing it. So, but yeah, I definitely have a plan. And I'm looking forward to, jumping back in and just making it a part of it the best that I can. But pacing myself because, again, a baby is a baby. and just allowing it to just kind of, if it's a bad day, it's a bad day. If it's a good day, it's a good day. And just let it go from there.
That's a really smart plan, to be honest. And it was so funny because I think we were talking earlier too, and I was telling you how years ago working out during pregnancy was just kind of like, what? In fact, some of the leading health groups at the time said that when you work out, you're taking development away from the baby, fluids, that kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. You're taking nutrients away from the baby you're carrying. And so you should not do that because you're exercising. So you're taking it, you're using them for your body as opposed to, leaving the baby. So that was that. And I remember when I was pregnant with our first, I walked and, I thought that was being healthy. I walked and eat an apple and that was kind of healthy. But and you think about exercise from then, it was like jazzercise and step aerobics and, Richard Simmons and leotards and Jane Fonda, but she was a boss and she still is. So, we can keep doing Jane Fonda workouts. But anyway, a lot of the things that you're doing really kind of line up. I was looking into kind of what a couple of groups are, kind of say about, healthy ways to work out when you're pregnant, and the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, ACOG, is saying like, if you're healthy, your pregnancy is normal, work out, talk to your doctor. We always tell everybody, talk to your doctor first because, that's kind of the person you need to check in with before you start any kind of exercise routine, really. And so to do that, if you have some kind of high-risk pregnancy, of course, you need to take precautions about that. But there's so many benefits in terms of reducing back pain. You may still have back pain, but maybe it's reduced from what it would be if you did not work out, promoting healthy weight gain during pregnancy. Yeah. And if you're new to exercise, I know you've worked out over the years, just, here and there, however you managed it within your routine and schedule. But just take it slow, take it easy. Don't, start running a marathon. And the drinking of water. Oh my gosh. Like you said, you found out
Yeah.
how important that was for you. Wearing the proper clothes,
Yeah.
give you freedom to move, but also support where you need it. And just taking care of
Right.
yourself so you're not overheated and exhausted, and modifying. I love that. I love, number one, you found the time, because you have a business, you have a child who is at home currently because of
Yeah.
school. And
Yeah.
you're still in a hybrid school situation. So you're making sure she's doing what she needs to do for school, and you're taking care of yourself, and you found time to work out. And that's what we've tried to encourage people to do, to make that time for themselves. What time of day do you do it? Do you do it different times of the day, or how do you work that into your schedule, working out?
Well, the funny thing is, I used to do it at 5:30 in the morning because that was the only way to jump ahead of when school would. Well, I had to wake her up to get ready for school. But again, this pregnancy has been very special, so I had to say, okay, I can't just jump out of bed and do a workout anymore. It's not going to happen. And what did I do? So I pushed it back. So I was like, maybe I can do it during this part of her virtual learning day, but that's not working. I mean, she's 6 years old. I have to really be with her all day to make sure she stays focused. So now I'm at the phase where I kind of just literally plug it in where I can. And I try my best not to beat myself up if I don't get it. Because I gotta consider, like, well, you're not doing bad. You've really been working out the whole time. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. So now I just do it when I can, and I try to keep it short. All the workouts I do, that's another thing. All the workouts I do are literally 20 minutes long max. They're not that hardcore. Even when I used to run, the runs were maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I would keep everything short again because I have a kind of a crazy schedule with my everything. Just do it when I can. Keep it sweet and simple. Make sure I get the workout in that's going to be the most impactful because I don't have a lot of time. And then I go from there. Yeah, so it works out pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're just doing your best.
Yeah.
But you're getting it done. And you're moving on. So those are tips that we have. We're going to post a link to ACOG, and there's another source that we have as well for people who are watching and listening.
Yeah.
So if you want to go and find out just kind of the rules that you want to look out for, you've done so many of them and have been a great model for this. And that's one reason why we wanted to make sure we
did we also get a clip of her actually working out?
We did. I don't know if she knows or not, but
yeah, she knows.
There's a clip. There's a clip that we'll probably put in here. Some of the things that you're doing, and you have Marlene with you. It's so cute because now you are setting your role model now for her because she sees you doing it.
Yeah.
And what is she doing while you work out?
She loves it. And she loves it. She loves to work out with me.
She works out with you. Right. Yeah. So
she gets mad when she doesn't have a disc, and she gets mad when she doesn't get it right. I'm like, hey, first, don't get hurt. Okay. But she loves it. So I'm glad she's in a situation, I think, where you guys work out. I mean, David both work out. She's not around anybody who doesn't work out. So it's already starting really young for her just to be conditioned to just know that's what she does, part of life. Yeah, you gotta stay physically fit and stay active.
She shows me her biceps like every other day. So she's definitely.
It's so cute. Those little biceps.
She's all into it.
She's so excited.
She's into it.
She showed me too. She's been very excited.
Touch my muscle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When she's after she's downstairs with you guys, she'll come up and show me and be like, "Mom, I just finished a workout." And I'm like, "Did you?" She's all excited. Got her next shirts on. Oh yeah. She's serious. She means it. She means business.
Yeah. Well, I think that what you shared will be really very encouraging to women who are pregnant. And like I said, you don't have to spend 45 minutes doing it every day at a certain time of day. Yeah. But you just have to give yourself.
Yeah.
Once again, that's my big thing. It's like kind of taking the time that you need to help to get in your better shape, to help yourself be healthier, to feel better. And just incorporate that into your life in terms of wellness. So
and just the moving. It's just so many things. I can't help but get this in, and it's not a dig. It's just remembering. I've heard so many stories growing up about how people, based on genetic disposition, based on economic position, in some cases based on race, that some people are just more prone to be out of shape after pregnancies than others. And that's just the way it is. And it's just like, you just took 50 billion pounds of explosives to that mess and just blew it up, because ultimately everybody that we've seen that's had bounce back, and you see these ladies after they're doing work, and that's the bottom line.
Right.
Stop discrediting them and
Yeah.
stop making it like they're just some incredibly gifted people. No, they get up and they work.
No.
Nobody has a baby and the waistline drops 15 inches after having it. They got to work. And so I'm glad. I was really impressed with that at the work, but I also wanted to make sure I gave credit to all of the people that I've seen do amazing things after they had babies, because they put in work, and we just kind of made them sound like they were just some weirdo, freako people that everything just works for their lives, and they just wake up and it just rolls like that. No, they're working like champs, so I applaud them.
And there are also people who have schedules that make it a little more challenging to incorporate that in.
Sure.
So
she's coming in and rescuing me in case I offended anybody, and that wasn't what I was trying to do.
No,
I'm just talking about the work.
I know who might be at the bus stop at 5:30 in the morning.
That's
trying to figure it out.
Real.
Okay,
That's
so it's okay.
Yeah.
When you get home from work, put the baby in a little corner, give them the iPad or TV for 15, 20 minutes. It's okay. They can watch something for that amount of time. And just, if you want to sit there and just do some yoga, that's good.
Moving. Move.
You just move a little bit for yourself. That's going to help you physically and mentally, because that's something else to consider.
Yeah.
So I'm looking out for all of my people.
Amen. Amen. This is a tip for all of the husbands and men who just happened to walk by. If you weren't listening originally, I just showed you how to stay out of trouble. Be quiet, accept it, and move on.
I tell you what, we're going to wrap up this conversation. And Kelly, thank you so much for sharing what you've been doing. We're going to link to the We're gonna link to
You're welcome.
to the class that you're taking also, so people can look at that if they're interested in doing it. And
what's the lady's name again?
Well, there's two. The other one I'll have to. That's the pregnancy workout that I do.
But your main
they give you the HIIT workouts and everything.
We'll link
that's
both of them.
My cardio workout. My other workout is Rachel Attard. That's the training workout. So I'll give you guys both of everything so that you can link it.
And we'll share that with everybody who might be interested, because we know those have worked well for you. Yep. And we want to thank everybody else who's watching and who's listening to this. Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please like it, subscribe, hit the little bell so that you'll know when we have new podcasts that are launched. And we just want to thank you for being with us today.
In the words of my granddaughter, Marley Rowe, press subscribe if you like it.
Have
a good day, everybody.
All right, take care, everybody. Be blessed, be fit.
Bye.
Bye.